Whap.
Wop.
Whip.
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 Whap.
Whap.
Whip.
Wet ass.
What? Toss?
Nope, you didn't get it. It's okay.
Okay.
Let's try it again. Whip.
Whap.
Wop.
Whip.
Whap.
Wop.
Whip.
Wet ass pussy.
Oh.
I thought that's what you were doing.
Yeah, that's Whap.
Wop. Whip.
Whap.
Wop.
Whip.
Wop.
Wop.
Grape.
Grapefruit.
Grape.
Grape.
Fruit.
Grape.
Grapefruit.
What?
Fruit. I said fruit.
Grape.
Fruit.
Grape.
Grapefruit.
Grape.
Grape.
Fruit.
Grape.
Grapefruit.
Fruit.
Grape.
Grape.
Fruit.
Grape.
Grape.
Fruit.
Grape.
Grapefruit.
Grape.
Grape. I got it in my sight.
Oh my god. Oh,
I got it in my sight. Right on the shot.
oh my
My spyglass is much longer than yours.
spyglass.
Yeah, let me extend my spyglass.
All right, Jerk, are you ready? Ready? Grape.
Grape.
Fruit.
Grape.
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 What?
You're right.
No, it's like
It's too late. It's too late.
All right. All right.
It's done.
Oh my goodness.
I hated that. I hated that so much.
And the audience will hate it so much more when they see it on our live stream.
Oh, hey. I didn't see you there.
I just hate it.
How long have you been
Hello.
there?
How long you been there?
They were
We've
there
been
for
there.
the whole grapefruit.
Couple minutes. You know?
Grapefruit?
Grapefruit.
Are we?
Huh?
We are?
What?
Yes?
Yes,
No.
what?
No?
No, what?
Tell me you didn't hit record already.
Globes?
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Nothing bad happened. We're still doing great. In fact, we killed Mumra. It's the end of the show. Bye. That's a lie.
Hello, our spiritual audience. I am Paul Zechariah, your dungeon master and guide through the mythic lands of Theros. Today, I have a player to my right.
It's true. He's not lying to you. Oh, right. Hi, my name is David Kessler, and I'm playing the role of Dola Firefur, or Blopus Bluefur, or Grola Grafer.
And I have a player today to my left as well.
Hello, my name is Jericho Dizon. I'm playing Desmond D. Tigerback, your lovely Eldritch Knight fighter and purveyor of romantic novels.
And together, we would like to welcome you back to the fun show where we're
making it up as we go.
That's
a fun
show. Dear spirits, this program isn't intended for a mature audience. For all the young ghouls at home, please be advised. Dear spirits, let's talk about where we left off last time. Last we left off, we had to say goodbye to one of our beloved members of the party, as we were also saying hello to a lot of new dangerous threats and encounters with death. We had gone through a couple of rounds on our combat with a couple of turns lasting longer than others.
God.
As we check in on our villains, Stamatitis and his Hulkbuster are totally beat up. Not totally not functioning, but they look worse for wear. You see that certain magical capacitors are outputting blue arcane energy into just the atmosphere as this very I would call it humid, sunny day at this moment in time due to the fact that the storm has been completely dispelled, and it's almost like a clear as day snow globe, the town of Cornmos itself. You have the certain bands running away from the action after they've been grievously injured. You have other bands running into the action after receiving the call. And you have people who have been there the whole time, holding down the fort and making sure that no one gets hurt, as well as protecting the property that the people of Cornmos had taken a lot of time to put together. You are both in Cornmos. The rain has stopped. You hear certain crickets and stuff come back to life amid the sound of the Tigerback family warring with these different cadaver collectors and the summoned specters. We come to as a bird is flying high in the sky on this cloudless day, circling around and around after it had dive bombed maybe 500 to 600 feet straight towards Tony to have casted that Cure Wounds, and that is where we find Ajax during his turn in our combat. What is Ajax doing? He's just casted Cure Wounds the last turn. I believe. I could be wrong.
Honestly, Ajax is I believe Ajax is actually dissipated because of after he brought up Tony.
Right.
Sturmatitis like whooped.
Yep.
Whoa. Yep. So
that's what we see.
He's dissipated.
Ajax swoops down, is immediately eviscerated by this radiant energy.
He cast the Cure Wounds through. I cast a Cure Wounds through Ajax, and then Sturmatitis just got his mecha hand, just went. Whoa.
Pop.
Just
unerring slam. Unerring slap. And we move in our initiative as we have checked on Ajax. Atalanta is aiming her crossbow, her ballista from the tower of the Tigerback complex. You're right next to her. You hear the sound of the machinery kind of whirring to life as it rotates, as it moves into a new direction. What is she aiming at?
She's aiming at Sturmatitis. Sturmatitis is really trying to kill Tony and tried to kill Desmond too, so that's not.
And
actually, you know what? I think it'd be more. No. She would be concerned for Tony.
I think that's a valid concern, no doubt. So I'm going to ask you to roll a D100.
Okay, first roll. Okay, 37.
37. Things are kind of even Stevens as Stamatitis is hovering there. It seems that he's moving side to side just enough that it's hard for her to get an aim onto Stamatitis. But she launches this missile out of the Tigerback complex. It soars through the fight between Steve and the Irenes on the other rooftop. The missile launches past Tony's shoulder into the chest of Stamatitis's mech. Roll me 2 D100s.
Okay. Quite literally the most even you could get with a 55. And then a 67. Close.
55 and 67. That is over 100. And if you recall from last time, you had brought his mech down to double digits. So you see that the arm of this thing pops off. You see that its unerring slam, its multi-attack, if it best I could describe it, has been disabled, right? You see him pop out of the suit halfway, like the top half of the suit has been partially destroyed, and you can see Stamatitis from within the mech at this point. And at this moment in time, he's going to make just a reaction Arcana check, and this is something that is nigh impossible. Just throwing that out there. Let's see.
Ooh.
That is an 11. You see that he is trying to repair things in this Hulkbuster suit as he is ejected from it. In a smaller suit, you see he's equipped with maybe a booster or two on his feet, on his hands, and that's really about it to maintain his hovering stance. But for all intents and purposes, you have ejected him out of the Hulkbuster suit.
Yes!
The family erupts you see that Stamatitis is shook. And we're going to check in on the rest of the family here. Tony is right up and close with Stamatitis. And that's who we're checking in on next, right?
Yes.
What does Tony do as Stamatitis is ejected out of this armor? He's maybe like 5 feet in the air relative to Tony.
I think it's pretty simple. Tony is going to... Tony's going to go, and he's going to, using his bonus action rage, if he's not already raging, he's going to go and jump up, grab Stamatitis,
Okay.
and then pile drive him into the ground.
A save at all to grapple, or
is
that like an attack and then he gets grappled?
I think he's just gonna, ideally what it is going to be a grapple check, and he's just gonna basically just do a grapple, and then he can jump 30 feet.
Contested by like a strength versus dexterity, or is that not?
Or I think it's probably
grapple.
easier.
I believe it is.
Strength?
The attacker is strength versus either strength or dexterity.
Yeah, the athletics or acrobatic.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, so I'm going to do an acrobatics check.
That is David's DM tip corner.
All right.
I don't know how to play this game.
Here we go. Okay. I got a 24. Oh, wait. Sorry, he's raging. 26.
Okay. So you have grappled. Tony has grappled Stamatitis out of the suit here and goes to suplex him backwards into the rooftop of, what is it here? The Corn Depot.
Mm-hmm.
You see Stamatitis is pulled out of the suit from a couple blocks away from the top of the Tigerback complex. You see your dad pull the shine in his belt ever so bright as he pulls Stamatitis out of the Hulkbuster and suplexes him backwards. Go ahead and roll me damage.
All right. I'm going to treat it like he's just doing a great club attack. Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, my. Finally.
Yo.
Yo.
Give it to me. Come on.
Oh my god. 1 off max damage. Yeah, but I got a 31.
31.
In a slam.
Yo.
Suplex slam. 1d12 plus 12 plus 1d8.
31.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
His strength plus...
All right. And that would be Tony's turn?
Yes.
All right. You see that Stamatitis is smothered in this rubble as he takes 31 bludgeoning damage, crashing into the rooftop of the Corn Depot. Not totally dismantling the store by any means, but definitely ruining the roof a little bit. We move on in the order here. Tony, Steve. Steve is in the middle of a battle with Irene's, just one building away on top of the corner market. Mm-hmm. You see him coming in with a shield here and there. It's a battle that is very close. The Irene had broken her bow earlier and is down to her longsword. Go ahead and tell me what Steve is doing here. Just throwing the shield for an attack. A little bit of a punch skis, shield bash kind of deal.
I think he's just going to be fighting this person.
Right?
Yep, very much.
Go ahead and roll me an attack. Or
I'm just going to leave it to the percentage die.
Okay, so
like
when we rolled for Atalanta, that was 37.
Mm-hmm.
Even Stevens. Tony and the Irenes are totally at a standstill here, trading blow for blow as they come to clash on the top of the tower. We move on to Big Will and Primrose. They are across the river, just outside of Bob's Builders, facing off with 3 different corpse collectors. What they're doing here is, let me double check my note here.
You got a big club and just thwonking. Big Will using a big club, doing a big thonk.
Big Will's got a club, and Primrose has her size, right?
Mhm.
As she is defending from all of the different specters, Big Will is hammering away with a giant club on each corpse collector, smushing some of the specters in his way. We move on to, let's see here, that would be Balder and Hera. Balder and Hera, where are they on this map? Here they are. So they have kited one of these corpse collectors away from the memorial for the husk of Zach's burnt corn child, out of
Zach's
the Elder
burnt
Council
shack.
Hall, Zach's burnt shack, down some of the stairs into this pavilion where you and your dad were fighting together earlier, nearby this fountain. Balder and Hera he's throwing axes at these specters as Hera is, let's see here. Hera's got her nunchucks, just like every time, and she's throwing them, denting pieces of armor off of this corpse collector. You hear it thunk, zoom, thunk, zoom, as different parts of this thing become disabled. Its arms begin to fall off. It's still chasing after them.
You must flow like mana water.
It's all connected. It's all connected. You're part of big government.
Next would be Shiva.
We've got to protect this private property, guys. Save Cornmos.
Shiva's run across the bridge, crossing paths with Fratone as she comes upon the scene of Big Will and Primrose. She is taking up a flanking position against some of these corpse collectors, still fighting it out. And then we check in on Bessie and Bart, right? They are also just across the river on top of the Bob's Builders building, jumping down into the pavilion where Big Will, Primrose, and Shiva all are at this moment in time. Symmetra and Oogway are climbing out of the river. They had swam back up just underneath some of these water wheels as the river is pushing very strongly with its current. They climb up out of the river and begin to ascend the building of the Corn Depot, where Tony has just suplexed Stamatitis into the roof. And then we check in on the kids. Group 1 is battling a specter just outside of your, not outside of your range, just outside of your vision, just because it's blocked by 2 other corpse collectors who have been pounding on this building of the corner market trying to shake it down. The second group, made of Blanket, Rufus, Caspian, and Reyna, they're all going 100% on another corpse collector just south of the Corn Depot. And that is where we also find group number 3, made of Ferris, Buster, Roderick, and Bear, all battling a corpse collector, smushing him into the ground, and then getting a couple swipes in on the corpse collector itself. We would have the turn of Stamatitis, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is what happens.
Hepatitis?
Hepatitis C, just a good guy.
What?
According to Rick and Morty.
What?
That's for sure.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Let me just make sure I understand what this does.
Just in case.
I've been reading up on the prone condition.
Kind of crazy. It's crazy.
It's cool. The one thing is you get disadvantage on any attack rolls you do.
Range shots.
But that is still that is an attack roll.
I know. If you're prone, you have disadvantage on the swings because you're on the ground, and it takes half your movement to get up.
It's not just if it's any attacks that you do. Any.
Yeah.
Not
if
just
if you are
ranged.
prone. Yeah. But if someone else is prone,
Ranged
then if someone else is prone, then ranged gets disadvantage, but melee gets advantage because you're on the ground and usually.
Well, are they on the ground or are they actually on a carpet?
Oh, are you
flying up in the air?
Does a flying carpet count as a surface?
Yes.
Yeah, you're standing on it.
No way. Are you gonna ghillie snipe with fire bolts.
Dola's turn is shortly after Stamatitis, and we can check in on this when the time comes. But for now, you see Stamatitis busted and bruised. His Hulkbuster suit suplexed. He has got his shit rocked. Not by the bands, not by anybody else, but the people who live here in Cornmos. The Tigerbacks.
Dad.
And the Fire Furs.
Careful what you wish for, man.
He is frustrated beyond belief. He is cursing 7 ways to Chalkon which is just Saturday. Cursing 7 ways to Sunday.
Oh my God, is he crying? It looks like he's crying.
You looking like...
You see tears of frustration, no doubt. Is it more like he's sobbing and he's sad? No, he's mad at himself, and he has no one else to blame but himself. As he pulls out of his vest an artificed item upon which he presses a button and instantly casts plane shift on himself. As he is then teleported to the final scene of Thanatos' rebellion, the finality of it. The physical body, cold, on the floor, and Stamatitis is teleported into Mumra's throne room.
No.
He's escaped.
Fucking bam.
He just bamfed on us.
With barely any of his life intact. You had bloodied him and destroyed his greatest work so far. Yeah. He is furious as he grovels at Mumra's feet, and Mumra kind of kicks him off to the side, and he pleads for another chance. And Mumra is not someone to turn away when somebody's asking for a deal. And as he goes to shake Stamatitis' hand once more, you see in the recording from Thanatos' lifeless body, the arcane eye still just barely flickering, as you see the ominous glow of evil purple ultraviolet light surge from this handshake as Stamatitis begins to scream and change. And that is where the recording finally cuts out. We return to our battlefield, minus 1 villain and everything else to gain. Stamatitis' turn is over, and he has left the battle.
Yo.
The bands have just arrived. David, I'd like you to roll me a D100.
I'm still not over that he mislabeled us. Not over it.
Wow.
Disrespect to Ajax at the very least.
That's a 61.
A 61. So things are good.
Pretty good.
But they're even Stevens. It seems like they're just putting out fires at this moment in time. As they reach the city, they descend upon it. You see that the fire started in some of the buildings to the south of Cornmos, has been extinguished. You see that some of the roaming specters in between some of the alleyways are being swept up, but can never be fast enough. As we come to Dola's turn, there are still things happening. There are still threats in Cornmos. These corpse collectors is a mess that he has left, and in that wake, he has shattered the glass of many different store buildings, and you see them begin to slowly assemble into these different shapes, almost humanoid looking, as they begin to reassemble. What Dola sees specifically, right? You are atop this carpet. Let me get a sip.
Sippy. What?
I fucked up, dude.
Why?
I forgot I had a counter spell.
Seriously? Oh.
I know, dude.
It's fine. You just came back to life. Also, would you have the range?
You know
Would you be
what?
far
No,
enough?
I'm beneath. I fell down, you know?
Hmm.
I fell down and the carpet caught me. I was down at the level of the buildings. I wouldn't have been able to see him.
Yeah.
Right, the carpet did catch you and then resuscitate
Yep.
you, or Ingrid did.
Yeah.
A lot of things were
Ingrid
going
did.
on.
A lot
of shit
You were
happened.
resuscitated more than once, I'm sure.
Yes.
So Dola, this is what you see. You are
Okay.
maybe 50 feet in the air at this moment in time, atop the spirit troll carpet. In front of you, which is facing westward, you have two corpse collectors smashing this building that Tony was fighting on top of, and Steve is still in the middle of a battle with a devil on top of the corner market. So you have the Irene to the north, which is to your right. You have these two corpse collectors and their specters down on the pavilion in front of you. So like maybe down 30 feet, forward 20 kind of deal. To your right, 30 to 20 feet from you, you've got the devil and Steve. And to your left, you've got Tony and the remnants of the Hulkbuster. You see Symmetra and Oogway have just crawled up that side of the building and are meeting up with Tony.
Ooh, quick flavor question, I
Yeah.
suppose, is so Stamatitis, when he bamfed out, did he leave what remained, the broken remains of the
Hulkbuster?
Of the Hulkbuster?
Yes.
Ooh.
Because the Hulkbuster itself also had a plane shift, but he did not use it in time to get out of there with it. He has left all of his toys on the field.
Ooh. That's
Does that answer?
If only we had an art of. Anyways, yeah. So.
Oh, if only, huh? Well, we'll find out soon. We'll get there when we get there. Dola.
What I'm gonna do is, yeah, I'll have risen up that 50 feet.
Yep.
And I'm going to go and do a bonus action to get rid of one of my first level spell slots, one of the few that I have left, for an extra sorcery point, and I'm going to go ahead. And I'm going to go ahead and use that to double cast Firebolt.
Okay.
I'm going to double cast Firebolt, and I'm going to aim at the corpse collectors.
The corpse collectors. There is one that's pretty hurt, so roll me an attack for the first one.
That is a synthetic 20.
Beautiful. That hits. Give me second hit.
That is a 24.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
They both hit. This first corpse collector is pretty low, so I'm going to ask you to do one damage attack first, and we'll see if we need more.
I should. Whoa, shit. Oh, yo. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. I misread that. That would be 7 fire damage.
7 fire damage. Yes, give me the damage for the second one.
The second one does have to hit someone else. It has to target someone else.
Yes, you're right.
Logistically
Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
So you're going to attack this other
7.
cadaver collector. Give me damage for number 2.
Number 2.
Oh my
damn,
lord.
that's 20 fire damage.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Double zeros.
Double zero. Yeah, that's 10 and 10, yo. Shit, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what
Beautiful.
I'm talking about.
So you see radiant flame accumulate in your hands as you shoot it out. It impales the first corpse collector and the second, burrowing deep beneath the armor, singeing different important runic inscriptions and other magical processes that these things need to function.
Dola is also the one making those pew noises.
Are you going to command the spiritual to do anything? You hear it as you fire off these 2 fiery bolts. You hear from underneath you.
And then I, in its own tongue, I say, stay, which would obviously, as we know,
Just
that's a is what I give it. And then at that point, I drop prone.
Beautiful.
That
So
takes
you're
no
like
movement.
kind of army crawling.
Really?
On this
It takes no movement to drop. It takes half your movement to get up, unless you teleport. in some way.
That's
That's
swaggy.
my research.
Um,
David's DM tips. It's coming back. It's coming back.
It is.
as you hear the response from the spirit troll, and it begins to hover there steadily, you see from your prone position on the carpet, the shards of glass from everything that shattered in the area slowly reassemble into the shape of a minotaur. You see a bunch of glass minotaurs slowly taking shape as they begin to enter this battle. The first minotaur to really interact with anything is going after one of the kids.
No.
It's attacking Blanket, Rufus, Caspian, and Graina.
No.
What did we get on our D100? Because we're still going through this. What
one
did
that
we
I
get on
rolled,
that?
or
We got even Stevens for both
Even
of us.
Stevens.
well, mine was not just even Stevens.
Fair enough.
So.
What was yours? I forgot.
It was like good, but kind of even Stevens, but also but good.
It was above 50.
I know I got like a
75 to 26 is even Stevens. So I think it was
yes.
still even
Yeah,
Stevens,
no, it's
just a little
still
more in
even
the
Stevens,
positive.
Yeah.
Fair game. You see the kids begin to go toe to toe. They take their focus off of these specters and turn it to this minotaur. And the four of them begin to work together in almost a party style. Maybe having their first party ever. As they begin to start chipping away at the glass of this minotaur. And the rest of them are just finishing forming as they begin to use their movement to enter the battle. You see some of them engage with the different bards, and they are coming to a standstill. They're holding them off at this moment in time. We come to Cecil Day's turn. Cecil Day is just underneath you by 20 feet on the rooftop here, in between the corner market and the corn depot. And what Cecil does, I think he's going to climb up 10 feet and onto the corner market to help Steve in his fight.
Yes.
I think Cecil will climb 30 feet and is maybe 5 feet away from the Irines as he begins to punch. He's going to try to catch the sword of the Irene and go for a wallop of a lifetime.
I had to sneeze there. Let me
Huh.
see what that was.
It's like, huh? Hold.
Hold.
Pound.
Hold.
I am Cecil Day. I am Cecil Day.
You hear him go up to this fiend, this devil.
I want to make
You possibly think you could lay a hand on a devil such as myself? And you hear the smacking of meat, plant in this case, as Cecil Day wallops her with a 23 for a total of 13 damage. The Sirens.
Cecil Day.
How much does that leave us with? Okay, perfect.
What?
I am Cecil Day. I am Cecil Day. I am Cecil Day. As he lands two. Well, right, yeah, he attacks twice. I forget sometimes.
Yas. As they say, Yas Queen.
And that's another 16 damage after rolling a 28. All right. The Irene's is punched in the shoulder once and in the face. And you see that it's turned its neck so fast that it's like permanently snapped, and she begins to scream in a rage, a devilish rage, as she will attack on her next turn. Let's see where that gets us in our combat, though. Right up to the top. These different specters are just rummaging through the different buildings and are slowly being collected by different band members, different members of the Tigerback family. You see a couple of them are just kind of wandering, almost like zombies, through the corner market. You see that one is like looking at stuff in the grocery aisle. You see another is just stuffing its face in a barrel of corn.
Wait, what?
Some of the specters are kind of just
Oh,
doing
just
their own
vibing?
thing. Yeah.
Just vibing?
Yep, that's checking in on the specters. The corpse collectors are going to continue to attack. They're going to begin attacking Primrose, Big Will, Balder and Hera, and Shiva on one side of the city here. Okay, so that is a 29, a 17, and a 27 to hit Big Will and Primrose as they're in the center here. I think only 2 of those hit. As for the damage, that is a total of 58. So Big Will and Primrose are taking 58 points of damage as you see that the giant club and the size are not enough against this onslaught of specters. They're waiting for help from Balder and Hera as they are coming in the back here, flanking along with Shiva. The cadaver collectors are being held at bay, and we come across the river here to check in on the other 2 trying to collapse this building amidst the fight between Steve and the Sirens. They're going to attack the building, which is made of wood. That's a 16, a 25, a 15, and an 18. And I believe that hits wood, if I'm not mistaken.
That does probably hit wood.
You know it. I mean,
I just
yeah, the DC for wood and bone is 15. So we return here as the corpse collectors do a collective of, what is that, 39, 50, 59, 61, 71 points of damage on this building, as its structural supports are kind of knocked out as this building is slowly beginning to collapse. One of you, I would ask you to roll me a d4. This will be just representing how many rounds before this building collapses.
4.
Now that it's
4.
It will be 4 rounds
Thank
before
God.
this thing collapses.
Thank God.
But its supports have been knocked out. We move on in our initiative. Those are all
the
corpse
popcorn
collectors.
under us. It's holding us up. The weight of the popcorn.
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
Oh my
You
god!
see that the kids, the big group, Ash, Katana, Calico, Judy, Bologna, and Athena are all taking out the specters of one of these corpse collectors in an alleyway just south of the Corn Depot, as Ferris, Buster, Roderick, and Bear all bust through the other half as they begin to take on this one corpse collector, having removed all of the specters finally. And we come to the turn of the Irenes, fighting with Steve here. She's going to use her long sword 3 times, because that is her multi-attack. She attacks 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Let's take a look here. That is a 15, a 19, and a 28.
2 of them will hit.
2 of them will hit. All right. Okay, so 2 will hit. That is 20. Wow. So that is 41 points of damage.
Jeez.
This is a combination of slashing and poison.
Oh, okay, hold on. Wait.
Is he immune to poison damage or just the condition?
Just the condition, but the thing is, like, I'm trying to figure out. He's might have something. I don't think so, though. Yeah, he does not. So he's just like
taking the 41 here.
Yeah.
Is that bloodied or no?
No. What's it called? He's like not good.
Cool.
He's not good.
Not good, but it's not bloodied yet.
I know this takes him well beyond bloody. Maybe like a third to his health.
Okay. Fair game. So Steve is bloodied by this onslaught of attacks. She misses 1 but lands 2 as the poison begins to do its work. This would be Fertone's turn. He's just far to the north of the village here. You see Fertone from the top of the Tiger Black, from the back complex. You see Fertone coming across this bridge here and arriving in the pavilion as he, let's see here. I think he will attack once and cast a spell versus using his sword twice. And so he's going to cast Fairy Fire on the 2 corpse collectors right next to the building and on all of the specters there to give everyone advantage on those attacks. And then he's going to run off just a little bit farther. He's going to use his Mirthful Leap to get up on top of the building here. And Mirthful Leap, just to make sure everybody's cool with this, it's whenever you make a long jump or a high jump, you can add a D8. And, you can roll a D8 and add the number rolled to the number of feet you cover when you are jumping. This extra distance costs movement as usual. So I'm going to roll a D8 here. That is a 7. So Fertone adds 7 to his jump. So for a total of like 18 to 20 feet here, he jumps up and is now within range to, well, not within melee range. So he casts Fairy Fire on the people down there. And what he's going to do, he cannot cast 2 spells in a row. So I think what he's going to do is use a cantrip. He's going to use Vicious Mockery on this Irene's, this devilish lady. And so she's going to need to make a wisdom saving throw or take psychic damage. Let's see here.
I cannot believe you. Yes, sound.
So that's an 11. She definitely fails.
Eureka.
I have to say, of all the devils I have seen, you are by far the least helpful to anybody doing the evil plans.
I bet your level of hell doesn't even smell that bad. It's probably not even that.
And so she's going to take 3d4 psychic damage.
You suck at being bad.
You're a terrible villain, and I cannot believe I had to share this terrible experience with you.
You're not even scary.
That is 9 points of psychic damage, and it's going to have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its turn. So
I've taken shits worse than you.
Is Fertone's turn. I'm going to have these guys make dex saves to see how that goes.
They were really bad.
The Cadaver Collectors and the Spectres rolled under 10 for their dex saves, so they all fail and are now glowing with this fairy light that will aid you should you choose to attack those enemies. That's Fertone's turn, and we come back to the top of the combat. D, standing at the top of the Tigerback complex, you hear the shunking of different gears as Atalanta is beginning to train her ballista onto something else using her wrist launcher. What is D doing in this moment? You see a lot of stuff going on.
D and Atalanta, I think. So what D is going to do is going to obviously try and help the kids out. So he's going to take his longbow and he's just going to shoot 2 over at the glass minotaur.
Okay.
Because that one seems to be like the quote unquote scary thing.
Okay.
So he's going to call a shot, and yeah, so 2 shots. And then he will bonus action.
So I'm clocking 3 attacks?
No, bonus action, second wind.
Okay.
So 2 attacks, bonus action, second wind.
Yeah.
So he's going to call. Will a 14 hit this thing?
No.
Okay. That will hit though. 21.
Yeah, it will definitely.
21.
Hit.
All right, so
21.
21?
What's
Yo, I rolled a 9 plus 10.
Oh, great, bro. Minimal damage. Shout me out. That is.
Well, you called your shot.
I did. So that's 1, 11, 11, 11 plus 4, 15.
15.
Oh,
Wow.
sorry. Hold up. Yeah, because 1.
Holy moly, that's still crazy.
Yeah, well, 1, because I rolled a 1 plus my 4, that's a 5 plus the 10. And then plus the fact that it's, so actually more than, because it's also a magic weapon. So 16.
16.
Yes.
Okay.
Because 1.
16 damage total.
Yes.
Got it. Cool. So you take your bow, and this is from 1 shot, right?
Yeah.
You take your bow and begin to pull it back. You feel the weight of the arrow, of the tension in the bow. Despite it being ethereal lightning, you feel the strength it takes, the dexterity it takes to pull this thing back. As you launch it forward, it lands squarely in the head of this crystal statue of a minotaur. As it begins to lumber over the kids, it cracks from its skull, and its horn pops off after the crack has infected part of its skull. Yeah. Anything else?
For Desmond, no.
All right, we move on to Atalanta.
Atalanta's gonna go, seeing her daughter's in trouble, follow suit and take a shot over at that glass minotaur and just
Okay,
donk it.
go ahead. And now,
Dunk it.
now that we're back in the initiative here, give me another faction battle D100.
Oh, 81.
81. Things are going well for the Tigerback clan here. As you begin to train the shot, Atalanta lines it up and lets it loose, rolling 2D100s.
Okay.
If it's above 120,
It probably won't be. That is 77.
77 is still really good. You immediately see that the shoulder of this minotaur, it was holding its crystal axe with two hands, and it is now down to one as it holds further up on the choke of the axe. Its entire left side of the torso has been totally shattered as it's been pulverized into a fine mist that glitters in the sunlight as it begins to fall. You see that the kids are taking this opportunity to get in there, get greasy. That is Atalanta's turn. We come to Tony.
Tony is going to go run. He's going to jump towards us, towards my mom and me, and take and basically use that jump, and then use his bonus action and action to drink 2 health pots that I have.
Okay.
So that'll be that. So that's 8d4 plus 8 swag. Oh wow! Out of everything.
Wait, that's what Tony's doing?
Yeah, Tony's gonna be drinking pots.
Okay.
He's gonna be healing. He's at 1 HP. Okay. Okay. 7. 7, 13. First buyout. 13. 13, 17. 20, 28. So he's okay. So he gets 29 hit points. So he's at 29 hit points. He's chilling.
29.
And then, so
All
that's going to be his action. And then, yeah, he can't really do anything. And then I'm going to take, since Cecil Day is there, I'm going to take initiative on Steve.
Okay.
Steve is.
Yep. So Tony's turn is over. We move to Steve.
Yeah, Steve is upsetty spaghetti. He is. There's a reason why he's called a hero. First things first, he's going to use his Shield of Justice and hit twice.
Got it.
He will also he's going to basically do a okay. That's what he's going to do. I'm so sorry.
Attacks.
He's going to do he's going to use his maneuver. So he's going to attack once and then use his maneuver. So
roll me 2 attacks.
This first attack he's going to run. He's going to run the fade. 20. Does 20 hit?
20. So this first one, the Irene's is going to use its reaction and parry. So that's going to add 4 to its AC for 1 melee attack that would hit it. And so that has been used. Please continue to roll your attacks.
Oh no, but here's the thing. he's using the Commander Strike maneuver. So in reality, he was actually opening someone up. So he goes, punches, and Commander Strike. When you take the attack action on your turn, you can forego one of your attacks and use a bonus action to direct one of your companions to strike. And who's with him right now?
Cecil Day. So
Cecil
you're
Day.
commanding Cecil Day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the roll to attack was what?
The roll. No, Cecil Day can use his reaction to attack now.
Right.
So Cecil Day has to roll now.
I'm trying to understand if that first attack ever happened, or you.
No, the first attack does happen.
Okay.
So the first attack does
Yeah.
happen.
So we'll have Cecil Day roll an attack here.
Yeah, and I get to add a superiority die to his damage.
So we're gonna have him roll once here, and that is 30 to hit.
So whatever damage he does,
18 plus
6.
6, so that's 24 damage. Jeez.
So,
those creepers.
He goes and he swings, opens this person up, and then he's going to action surge.
Okay, absolutely.
So
That's Steve action surgeon. Yes.
yes.
Okay.
So then he's going to take an attack action again.
All right.
So she no longer parry, right? Parry's gone.
Well, yeah, she only has one reaction.
Okay, that first attack will not hit. That's a 21.
21 will hit.
21.
The other roll was
3.
okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So he only hits once, but he's going to use the power of the sun because he's going to use his second level smite, and then he's going to do a maneuvering strike as well. So that's a second level smite. So
is that another attack from Cecil? Is
No.
what you're saying? No. Sorry.
Maneuvering strike.
Maneuvering strike is.
You can expend one superiority die to move one of your comrades to a more advantageous position. You add the superiority die to my attack damage roll and choose a friendly creature who can see or hear you, and you know who's there. Master Uguay and Symmetra.
Yep.
So they're gonna go and move up. He's like, get over here. And they can use their reaction to move half their speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So they're gonna go and just get up onto the roof.
Yeah. They climb up the roof. They dart across, and they are now within range here.
Okay. Oh boy. Smite 3d, so 48, but because it's a fiend, that's 5d8.
Dude.
I love paladins.
They're the best. They're the best. You know what? That's why they're my favorite.
They're wizard. They're
That's why my
basically
favorite.
cops. But
I disagree. They can be whatever you want. Like, yeah, sure. You don't have to make your vow to an establishment. Sure, a lot do. They don't have to be to any given establishment.
okay.
Mhm.
4
And
plus 4 plus 7.
Okay.
Yeah. 4 plus 7 is 11
Mhm.
plus 20.
31.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah, 31 in
Total.
one strike.
Holy shnikes.
Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. I lied.
Okay.
Make that 39.
39. My goodness.
Bruh.
Superiority die, second level smite. That's 48. 48 on the second level smite. And then the fact that it's a fiend. 5.
Beautiful.
Were all those D8s?
In one turn, this Irene was at triple digits before. You brought it down to double digits, and you've more than bloodied it. You see the Irene's is battered. You see the shield pummeling and leaving burn marks. You see the imprint. What is the emblem on Steve's shield?
It's the same. It's the same. It's the tiger. It's the tigerback.
It's the LT Gray logo.
Yeah, it's the LT Gray logo, but it's in
fair enough.
Theronian
You
colors.
see it's become branded into not only her armor, but also her face, as she's clocked a couple of these straight across. That is Steve.
Yes.
All right. Here we are. Here we go. We check in on the rest of the family. Big Will and Primrose, Balder and Hera, Sheba, begin to make short work. As things are going well on the battlefield, they begin to clean up some of the specters, and you see that they manage to take out one of the corpse collectors. And after they have taken that corpse collector out, all of its specters under its command immediately begin to dissipate. That is those groups. We check in on Symmetra and Oogway. They had just ran up to this Irene's, and I think they're going to attack it. No, things have been going well for them. I would say that it probably just hits, and they get into three melee attacks here. That is a 19, a 22, and a 9. So 2 of those hit, and they end up doing what is a total of 20 damage, which does not take out the Irenes quite yet. It is on death's door.
Jeez.
As it receives a pummeling of multiple spear strikes piercing its wings, its arms, its legs, and it cries out in terror and anger, as any devil might have. And we check in on the kids here. The first group of kids has Ash, Katana, Calico, Judy, Bellona, and Athena. Let's make sure that I'm looking at the right group here. They're fighting this glass minotaur as you see them all jump out of their respective positions behind Athena, her spear and her shield, after Atalanta had just stricken and cracked this thing in half. The kids move upon it and go to attack with 3 attacks as a gladiator might. That is 16, 12, and 19. So 2 of those will hit for a total of 19 damage. This Crystal Minotaur has been finished. It begins to crumble to the ground and explode into a fine dust, drifting off on the wind as the kids move on to the other Minotaurs in this pavilion. That is the first group here, and the second and third groups, Blanket, Rufus, Caspian, and Reyna, begin to dig into this corpse collector. That would be only 1 attack would hit from those. I think Reyna finds her mark with her rapier, finding a chunk of armor on the corpse collector underneath, a weakness, if you will, for 20 damage. And the second group moves into action here. They begin to attack this corpse collector. 21, 27, and an 8. So only 2 of those will hit for a total of 24 damage, as this corpse collector is eliminated. And all of its controlled specters are subsequently erased, dissipating into the wind. And that is checking in on the family. David, we come to the top of the bands here. The bands are preoccupied with the different glass minotaurs throughout the city and cleaning up any stray specters that may be browsing the halls of the Corn Mart or Corner Depot. Roll me a D100.
Give me 7.
Hey,
74.
Oh, so close.
Yeah.
It's just barely even, Stevens. These musicians are working really hard to
No,
keep
don't grab
themselves
the corn.
safe,
Put the corn down.
the building safe, and still destroy these minotaurs with impunity.
There's still some children there. Just
Fuck these guys! I'm gonna fucking kill them!
No. Go away.
now,
Oh my God.
Now, son,
Oh my
go
God.
back inside.
Yo, that's Doom. You talking about my mom, Joe? Sometimes he rhyme quick, sometimes he rhyme slow. Bardically curses this specter
You
that
see
dissipates.
Minotaur, its arm cracks and explodes into dust. Its leg also shatters, and now it's walking on a hand and a leg.
Grabbing on stitches.
That's the band.
No.
You see that.
I hate rap.
You see one musician just off in a dark alley cursing rap, but also viciously mocking making a vicious mockery of another glass minotaur. And the
Just
glass
cutting
minotaur-
words.
The glass minotaur's feelings are hurt as part of its horn
Wears a
shatters.
metal mask.
It's yeah.
Green tunic.
As we move on in the initiative here, it is Dola's turn. You are atop of this carpet. Some of these corpse collectors have been taken down a notch.
Is there any that are still affected by the fairy fire?
Yes. There are a couple still. Those two that you were attacking earlier still affected.
Okay, cool. I'm going to use half my movement to stand up.
Nice.
First of all, and then I'm going to go and use that extra. I'm gonna do the same fucking thing. I'm gonna bump a spell slot for a sorcery point. Use a sorcery point to double cast Firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
Now with advantage, and I'm going to target. If both of them have fairy fire affecting them, then I'm going to attack both of them
One
again.
each. You got it.
So here's the first one. That's a 24.
24 will hit.
And then the second hit.
I'm a villain, the worst guy.
The second one is an 18.
The second one is 18. That will also hit. So give me damage for both.
Okay. The first one is 10 fire damage.
Damn.
The second
So
one
close.
is 6 fire damage.
6
Oof.
fire damage on this one. All right. As you again pierce these hulking metal beasts with corpses stuck on their backs, the fire pierces through, disabling other pieces of it. What do you command the spirit troll to do?
Wait. Hold on.
It repeats the hold command.
Oh, wait, never mind. Nah, just stay here. And then I go prone again.
Just gets up. Boo, 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 boo. Just take cover.
Yeah, basically.
Gets down, starts reloading.
In that,
Oh wait, these are my weapons. These are my hands.
Blows on the.
Shout out Persephone Valentine for saying sorcerers are just the top 1%. Where do you get your magic from? Huh? Your blood? That's crazy. Warlocks are sugar babies.
Paladins for life.
we move on from the sound of the screaming spirit troll, understanding its next command, to the different glass minotaurs that have aroused in the city as they begin to encroach further using their movement. One circles in on, what is it here, Balder and Hera. Another two circle in on a group of musicians, and group number one of the kids. They all kind of circle up as they prepare to launch out an attack against two more of these glass statues. And then we come to Cecil Day's turn atop of the corner market. Symmetra and Oogway have just landed a couple of shots.
Okay.
Symmetra and Oogway have just landed a couple of shots, and this Irene has seen many better days back in hell where it should be. And Cecil Day goes, he used his reaction, but he's still got his regular
It's a new
action
turn.
No.
Wait, did Cecil Day go after every?
Cecil Day goes after you.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was.
That's okay.
Still
I don't think it affects his turn at all because he's
Yeah.
still got multi-attack for a double.
Can beat the tar out of this person.
And he goes for a punching attack. He throws his stony fist across the corner market and impacts the Irene for a 19 and a 27, which both will hit. And he does 19 damage, 18 damage on the second hit.
What are you?
Is that what the Irene sounds like? Okay.
What are you?
No! If I had known that this deal was gonna go so poorly with the frickin' smart aleck that he was, Stamatitis, I wouldn't have fought you.
As she takes one across the face yet again.
Eat a bagel. No! Two
Explode
bagels. No!
into a cloud of flame as she is more or less sent back to hell. When the devil dies, they're sent back to the
Fuck you!
Yeah, you hear the sound of a fart as she kind of explodes.
Jericho, edit that.
This is your cut.
Oh shit! It is. Yes. There
So,
will be a good fart sound effect
in
there.
the explosion of into flame, the sound of a fart, and you hear the whispers of these final words. Not a bagel. And
Cecil thing forms her body into a bagel and she gets sent into the afterlife.
Oh my gosh. And that's Cecil's turn. We move to the top of a new round where we check in on these corpse collectors. They have knocked down this one building and begin to try to walk through it. They're just climbing on the shaky building as it is because it won't collapse for another 2 rounds. That's all that the corpse collector is doing. Can only get so far up. It's maybe 10 feet under you, Dola.
Gotcha.
10 feet away from you. It's climbed up the middle between the Corn Depot and the corner market. So there's like this little building area in between those two, kind of connecting them. You're 10 feet above that. As it's climbed up this building, there's 2 specters next to it. One is kind of browsing the aisles, flipping through a comic book. As we move on to Fertone's turn in combat, Fertone had gone to the top of this building to help Steve out, and he watches the Irenes totally eat it, right? So the first thing he's going to do is walk across the roof, maybe 20 feet, to confront that first specter, and he's going to first use his bonus action. Dola, I have to say, you are doing a great job. Keep shooting them up, or to pieces, as it were.
You want me to have them do drugs?
It's just really far. You can't understand.
What? Shoot up?
You have been inspired. Just use it. And that's his bonus action before he goes to attack the specter with his rapier twice.
Shoot up.
And that's a 15 and a 19 against the specter. I think that'll yep. And so Fertone rolls for damage, and I think they're vulnerable to radiant. No, I could be wrong. No, not vulnerable. But that is more than 22 hit points. He does 17 and then 12 damage for a total of 29, instantly obliterating the specter as he then moves on 5 more feet, ready to help when the time comes again. That's his turn, and we come to D.
It's your turn, baby. What do you got for me? What do you got?
Oh, man.
You are top of the Tigerback complex. You hear the shunking of the different gears of the ballista tower shifting into place for a new target as Athena, your mother, trains her dart sling.
Atalanta.
Did I fuck it up?
You said Athena. That's okay.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
It's good.
Atalanta is training up her little dart sling for another target. D is maybe 5 feet from her, hearing this. You've got a couple of different targets. Is there any one in particular? You've got
just protecting my my what's it called? My siblings. So I think
this would be an excellent point in time to have you roll that D100. But because you are helping your family, you're going to add 15 to this roll.
15. All right. I don't even have to roll this second one.
Did it land on the dice mat? Because I'm a stickler for dice here.
Okay.
Is what I would tell you. And I would like your dice to land on the mat.
Okay. Plus 15. I mean, it's still even Stevens. I had a 4 and it knocked into a 2. I mean, it's still even Stevens plus 15. What? It's 35.
35?
Yeah.
Yeah, 35 is fine. So we're checking in on the family here as D goes to launch a couple of different arrow shots. And I wouldn't say these necessarily take up an action. This is an action of helping the family, right? And so I would ask you to make what is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attacks with your bow.
Okay. I'm not going to call my shot for any of these. I'm just going to hit them. Let them go as they fly. Okay.
The first attack.
First attack, synthetic 20. Second attack,
Okay.
22.
I'm
23
gonna start
actually.
writing these down. 1 through 9.
The lowest I can hit is a 12.
Okay, yeah, that'll be perfect. You're making 9 attacks. The first one was over 17.
Yeah, over 17. So
Okay.
are you looking for over 17?
For most of these, yes. Over
Okay.
17 or 15, depending.
All right, level 6 or above. Okay, that's a 16.
Okay,
That is a 24,
okay,
and that's 4 shots. That is a 19.
okay.
Ooh, that's a 30.
All right.
That's a 29.
29.
That's a 29.
Beautiful.
How many more shots do I have left?
One more.
Okay. Roll another die. 29.
29. Okay, so all of these land. I'm gonna ask you to roll me damage for let's just say all of these hit, right? In order
Who's
to
this against?
speed things up, do we want to roll 1 damage roll for all of these
One
attacks?
damage roll for everybody.
Or do we want to do individuals? I'm leaving this choice up to you.
Run
right now.
1 damage for everybody.
Okay.
Because I'm going absolutely bonkers.
Who are you attacking with this one again?
Just everyone helping volley, just doing arrow volley.
There are 9 different targets on this map that you are about to attack.
That's max damage, so that is 13.
13. Holy cow.
13
So
piercing damage.
you see, well, not you see, you draw back this bow 9 different times, launching arrows out into the beautiful day sky of Cornmos.
You can do that?
Just helping out the family.
As these arrows land, you see the first one lands in a corpse collector for, what did we say is 13?
Yep.
Beautiful. For what is 13 damage, and you see that one of its arcane eyes goes dark. You see the beast begin to lumber slowly. The next couple shots, these next 4 shots, land into different crystal minotaurs across the map. As you deal dastardly 13 damage, you see that the horn of one of these minotaurs is chipped clean off as the arrow passes through the crystalline structure. You see that it pierces into the chest of another one, cracking it further, helping the kids out. And you see that the corpse collectors surrounding Big Will, Primrose, Balder, Hera, and Shiva begin to slow down, as well as you find the right spot, finding the chink in the armor against all of the odds. Let me just update HP on tokens here, and then I will get back to these things.
Then Atalanta's going to shoot, and then I believe Tony and Steve are going to go together, and they're just going to go fuck shit up and help out Big Will and them.
Right.
Mhm.
So one of the corpse collectors in this mix is finally destroyed, as the other one, it takes another 13 here. Is that a tech deck? Yo, you pull an ollie off on your tech deck there?
Yeah, my D4 tactic. Yo, check out.
Dude,
Six.
sick.
If I do that, will she put her Minecraft bed next to mine?
That sounds like marriage in modern day. So we come back to reality. Well, there goes gravity.
Snap
Atalanta-
back to reality.
Atalanta has trained her sights on another thing here.
Tactic. Cool.
What is she aiming at?
The glass minotaur that's fucking up her kid. She's like,
The
get
glass
away
minotaur
from
that's
it.
fucking up her kids. Absolutely. So give me a 2 D100s, because we've checked in on the family here. It's even Stevens.
All right, if I land this trick with the D4, then I'm cashing in my rule of cool.
Yo, turn up. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Okay. Please.
That was a 4 originally.
So,
So a 50 damage flat because I rolled a 9 on my first one.
oh,
Yeah.
damn. Okay,
Yeah.
50 damage.
0, 0, and then the 9. If I got another 0, that would have been 100 damage.
Beautiful.
Ugh.
All right. So you see that these crystal minotaurs are shattered in half, just like the first one, as they are almost instantaneously bloodied. We are continuing down the line here. What is Tony doing now that he's healed up?
Tony is going to use.
There's a corpse collector pretty nearby that has just climbed the building.
He's going to go and boonk it recklessly twice.
Okay?
Recklessly attack twice.
This
All
is
right.
the corpse collector right underneath Dola here.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's going to boonk it twice. Well, it will hit with a 26.
Yep.
But we're looking for critties here. Yes!
Yo.
Critty.
You got a critty.
Okay.
I'm not even going to roll the
Tell
second one.
me
Dude.
what. Give me your damage, brother.
Okay, so let's do the first hit.
Tony wind back with
The first-
dragon
the
bone
first hit?
thigh with
Fucking
bloody
baseball
nails
fucking
coming out the
wind
sides
up.
of it, winding it up
All
to
right.
smash it down on this
16,
corpse collector, almost like corpse whack-a-mole.
16,
He
16. So we got
smited, of course.
So we got 21. Well, Tony doesn't smite,
Okay.
but 21 for that first boonk. But
Okay.
here's the cool thing about Barbarians Brutal Crit. I get to roll 4 d12s.
Jeez. Yep. Roll 'em. Do you need more?
He's got it. He's got
Okay.
it.
I believe in you.
Yeah, 4 d12s. Okay, 6, 13, 16, 16 plus 16 plus 9, 25, 25 plus 12.
Ooh.
Plus the other 21, right?
Well, 25 plus 12,
37.
37 plus 2d8 plus 9, 37 plus 9,
is
46.
46, yeah.
And, yep.
We need to add the 21 to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
46 plus 21 is 60.
Well, no, I think that was already
That
added
already
in.
included.
Already included.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know what number I'm adding then, or subtracting.
It's just 40. I think it's 46.
46. That was it.
46. All right. 46 it is. Beautiful. You see that this corpse collector, after taking a couple hits from these fire bolts, and Tony finally getting a chance to let it rip, instantly bloodied. This corpse collector is down to double digits.
Boonk and stunk. And then Steve is just going to go and just join Will, Shiva, and them and just help them out.
Okay. So Steve is going to. Steve would be taking a lot of movement to get across to the other side of the.
He's got a decent amount. Aura of Alacrity. He is already at, I believe, tigers are.
I would just ask. I think this is totally doable. I think I'm just going to ask Steve for an athletics check. You know,
And then
and this isn't something super difficult. It's not like it's nigh impossible.
Shout out his 16.
16?
Mhm.
Yeah, that passes. He jumps across the rooftops, runs across the water wheel spindle in the center, jumps up, over, across again, and lands just outside of the entrance to Bob's Builders. And he enters the battle with Primrose and Big Will, Balder,
Just
sorry,
joining them.
Bessie,
in this,
and Bart. My apologies.
just joining them and being like.
Getting in there,
Mhm.
getting in there, holding them off, destroying other specters. That's Steve, and we cut to Big Will, Primrose, Balder, and Hera,
Yeah, yes,
Shiva,
Yep.
and they're cleaning up more of these specters here, as they are just immediately eliminated into dust, and the rest of the family circles in on these corpse collectors as they begin to unleash a flurry of different blows. I'm just going to take my gladiator NPC sheet here and have each of them do 3 melee attacks on each of these corpse collectors. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different groups going to attack this first corpse collector for a total of 12 attacks, right?
Yep. Sounds about right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that is 25, 12, 10, 19, 12, 23, 13, 8, 12, 19, 9, 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 20, 18, 28, 28 plus 15, 30, 43, 43 plus 13. 43 plus 13 is 56. So everybody in total does 56 damage to one of these corpse collectors as you see it begins to slowly wane. It's taking damage from just everything. You've seen it been pelted by some of these arrows, fists, hammers, sais.
Nuts.
Yup. You fucking them up with these nuts, dog. Hey, yo.
As both of these corpse collectors
Bofa?
remaining
Oh.
here are left bloodied.
The One Piece is real.
And then we cut back to the other side of town. The kids are getting involved with these crystal minotaurs, and all of them are together on this venture. 3 groups of kids for a total of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe a total of 14 different kids begin to assault these 2 glass minotaurs.
Hey, let that kid go.
Hey, what are you doing to that kid?
3, 4.
Yes, Spider-Man!
Somebody help me! Somebody help me!
Fuck this.
22, 34, 40, 51, 51, 65, 65, 70,
The power of
7, 77, 89, 80, 89 damage. Holy cow. Against each of these minotaurs.
Jeez,
As-
these kids are going nuts.
These minotaurs are shattered into dust, eliminated entirely. The battlefield is changing. That is all of the Tigerbacks. As we come to the different bands here, I would like to ask for another D100.
All right, come on, Big D.
Damn,
Hey.
that's a 36.
I mean, it's still
36.
even Stevens.
Still even Stevens.
No, don't, no,
The
no.
bands have not really been helping anything, but they haven't been hurting anything. They're really just playing a support role for the Tigerbacks. As you see different bardic inspirations given out, you see different cure wounds, healing words, inspirational speeches.
Put the corn down. No, Spectre, stop it. Put the corn down. Put the corn down.
You see one
Put the corn
bar
down.
is inside of the corner market where this Spectre is browsing through books. Put the corn down. Put the corn book down.
In a dark alley somewhere. These cutting words.
You
Hey,
hear
your
the
mama's
bard.
a villain. Don't worry. Sometimes he rhymes quick. Sometimes he rhymes slow.
And we come to Dola's turn.
Okay.
You've got this corpse collector right underneath you.
Is
Tony's-
there
It's still glowing with that
Just
very
super
fire.
boom.
is there a higher concentration area of enemies? Like, are all the corpse collectors more or less still together?
So in total,
Give or take
there are
40 feet?
3 left. There are 3 left. There's the one by you and Tony, and the 2 by Big Will and Primrose. And the rest of the
Just
family.
take out the one
Steve.
by us.
There were a lot of different glass Minotaur statues, but there's only one left, and that's by Balder and Hera. I keep getting Balder and Hera and Bessie and Bart mixed up. That's okay though. The final Minotaur is nearby them after they had just slain another corpse collector.
Damn it! I was gonna shoot up and cast a 4th level fireball.
Damn. Well, do what you want, son.
Twin it. Twin it. Make it go crazy far.
I don't have the. Sadly, I don't have the sorcery points for that. But
You know, tell me what might be cool if you want, but no
it doesn't
pressure.
work. No. Fertone gave me bad information. So
He did inspire you though, so don't let that stop you from doing things.
yeah. So
Oh, that is the bad information.
to shoot a. Fine. I guess I'll do my regular thing.
You're like, oh.
Yeah.
You're just like,
So I use half my movement to get up,
Okay.
and I'm actually gonna float up just 10 more feet. So there's 20 feet of distance. And
So you go up 20, 30,
just 10 feet. So
10 feet. So you're at a total of 60.
yes. And I'm gonna fire off 2 more shots here. Not using my bonus action this time.
Okay.
2 more shots. Still advantage on.
yeah,
Yes,
very fire.
he has still got fairy fire in
Yeah,
effect
bro,
on
nut on him.
That is a 23. Yep, a 23 for the first hit.
Well, I mean, you get to roll again.
That is a 28 for the second.
a 28. So the first one was what?
23.
But they both hit. Yeah.
All right, roll your hunger die.
So
Ooh.
that is 7 damage for the first one.
7 damage. Okay.
And 14 damage for the second.
So
Yes.
21.
Well, 2 different targets.
Right. Okay. Damn.
I know.
So the
Oh,
14
you is
so
so
the
ready
14
to knock that guy off the
goes-
field, huh?
Yeah.
It's that close, huh?
He is that close.
It's guys, it's down to the wire, and
To the
I'm
wire.
glad for it either way. So you take out one of them, and you begin to lay in to this other cadaver collector atop the corner market and the corn depot here. That does leave it finally bloodied, but the other one has been eliminated. So there's only one corpse collector left by you here.
Okay.
All right. That brings us to the spirit troll. We already talked about its turn, and Cecil. Cecil will move another 10 feet to get in on the action with Tony here and unleashes a string of attacks. Is going to attack once and twice. 32 and 24 for a total of 31 damage. This corpse collector is battered and bruised, but not down quite yet. It's got maybe less than 50, but more detail than that, I will spare you. You see that his fists begin to completely shake off these pieces of armor that protect the inner magical workings of it. As we move on in the order here to the top, these corpse collectors, this corpse collector has climbed up the building and is now going to attack one of the many people near it, and it's only got 2 of them. So it's going to attack Cecil once. It's going to attack Tony once.
Oh, what? Wait. Yes. Yep. That's fine. That's fine.
So that's a 21 and a 20 to hit. Does 20 hit Tony?
Yeah, 20 does hit Tony.
All right.
Tony Risky.
And so Cecil Day will be taking what is 32 damage. Cecil Day takes 32 damage, and Tony takes 30 damage.
Half to 15.
Half to 15.
He lives, baby. That is, I believe. Yeah, so that's working. Okay.
Beautiful. That is the corpse collector over here. The other corpse collectors, I, at this point, am going to roll a D100 to see how the rest of these guys are doing instead of just running their turns. Guess what I rolled?
What?
I rolled a 6.
Hey.
Oh.
So it's going poorly for these corpse collectors. As Big Will, Primrose, Steve,
Boomkin. Boom can do
Bessie,
God
Bart
damn
on the
right.
wheelchairs,
Boom.
Shiva. They're all ganging up on one at a time, focusing their fire and totally eliminating one of these corpse collectors. And there's just one left on this side of town. We move on in our initiative here to Fertone. He's going to weigh in. My friends, I have to tell you, this time I am going to attack twice. I'm going to stab it, I swear. This is what I will
Announcing
do.
every move.
Do not be alarmed. I'm just maintaining my concentration on the corpse collector anyway. So the first two attacks is a 19 or a 29.
But it
and
was
the
a
second
feint.
two is a
It was a
26
feint
or
the
an
whole
18.
time. He goes for the eyes. My God!
And that is a total of 33 damage on this corpse collector. And it slowly, the arcane energy that once powered it, giving it violent life, has dissipated from it. Everyone on this side of town is out of combat, minus Balder and Hera, because they're just cleaning up this final crystal minotaur. You guys are out of combat on this side of town. There's combat still going on the other side of town. Not for too much longer, though. I would kind of just skip around here, if at all possible. Right? We just did Fertone's turn. Let's get Dee's turn. Right? You've got a couple things going on still. There is still the Glass Minotaur on your side of town, fighting Balder and Hera. And then you've got the other one fighting Big Will, Primrose, Shiva, Bart and Bessie, Steve.
The corpse collector, right?
Yeah, the corpse collector's on this side, the right side of town,
Glass
opposite
Minotaur,
from
no.
you, and the Glass Minotaur is on the other side
Well,
of
I
town.
can
by
take
you.
2 attacks. One on
Yep.
that one on the other.
Go ahead.
So I'm going to go and call my shots.
Okay.
Okay, that is a 18 hit the Glass Minotaur?
Yeah.
Okay. And I go super wide. Oh, wait, does that corpse collector have advantage? Does that have advantage on it?
No, that one's does not have fairy fire on it.
Okay, then I go wide on that second.
All right. Cool.
My arm is starting to hurt.
Damage for the Minotaur, please.
All right. 15 plus 15 plus 5. 15 plus 5, that's 20. 20 points of piercing damage as I let
20.
air.
Creepers.
Mhm.
All right.
And then I I straight up just
All right. Let's talk about Tony's turn. Tony is not immediately in any danger, but can definitely get to that crystal minotaur.
is the corpse collector that he was boomkin dead?
Dead. Yep.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
immediately
Oh, I mean
powered off.
he'll jump and fly 30 feet.
Okay. He jumps across the pavilion here in front of the crystal minotaur, meeting up with Balder and Hera. He takes his dragon thigh bone club, sticking out with many different metal appendages, sharp and jagged.
Bookin and Stukin.
He goes to Book and Stook.
He bonks him.
Go to
Bonk
Bonk and
him.
Stonk.
Bonk
and
him
Stook.
recklessly.
Get ready to bonk.
All right. 18 hits.
18 hits.
All right, and then a 24
A
hits.
24 hits.
So then that's 2d8. Okay. 20 plus 24, 44, 44.
44 damage?
Yeah, he rolled an
Holy
80,
shit.
12.
Jeepers creepers. This Minotaur is immediately bloodied, and I think
I mean,
everybody else on this side of town will go to help that situation. The kids, the bards, anybody else.
Boomkin
available,
Stook. Boomkin
right?
Stook, yep.
Steve, Big Will, Balder, Hera, Shiva, Bart, and Bessie are messing with the other one on the other side of town here. I would say it's safe to say that Steve has gotten in the mix. What is Steve doing?
Steve is gonna go to this corpse collector.
Yep.
And he's gonna go and essentially bonus action branding smite, and he's gonna attack twice. So first attack. All right. Does he have anything? That would be great. Nope. He does not have lucky or anything. Yeah, should go super freaking wide for that first one.
Super wide on the first.
And then this is second one. All right, that's a synthetic 20, last second level smite. So that's 3d8, and he's going to use his superiority die. Wait, can he? Yes, he will use superiority die.
Okay.
So that's 4d8, and he's just going to basically move someone, help them get closer, but that's fine. So first things first, he's going to use a d10 plus 7. Ooh, that's 16, and then so 16 damage, and then for the smite.
Mm-hmm.
No, what? That's pretty good. That would be 14 plus 8, 22 plus 16.
38.
38. Yep. In one punch, 38.
Jeepers creepers.
Boom. Boom. Some really good.
All right.
And is this thing a fiend? No, right?
Corpse collector is a construct.
Yep. Nope.
Or
Okay.
cadaver collector. Sorry. Forgive my English. All right, cool. And we still have Bart and Bessie, Shiva, Big Will, and Primrose to catch up on here. So I'm going to have 3 gladiators make turns here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Attacks total 24, 17, 27, 18, 17. So that's a total of 5 attacks that hit. 5, 20, 30, 29, plus 13 is 31, plus 3 is 42. 42 plus 14 is 56. 56 plus 11 is 67.
If I can get 2 hits in a row,
67, right?
I always get one and miss one.
Shoot up.
In
Shoot up.
between Bart, Bessie, Big Will, Primrose, and Sheba, they collectively rush in to overwhelm this corpse collector as they tear off its legs, they rip apart its appendages, they tear the dead bodies on top of the shell off, and you see that the mask that hides these arcane undead eyes is torn asunder as it dies. And that's
The children are
one
there.
side of the town completely solved. As I would just
Loser.
check on, so we've got Symmetra and Oogway, all of the kids getting involved on this final Minotaur here.
Boonkin and
So
Stukin.
that's another 4 gladiators that are going to take a moment to attack.
All right, one hit. Another hit.
1,
Another hit.
2, 3,
That's 10.
4, 5, 6. 6 of those hit. 3, 4, 5, 6. 14, 14, 14.
And 2 Brutus.
38. 38 plus 4 is 42. 42 plus 17. 42 plus 17 is 59. 59 plus 15 is 60, 74. 74 plus 13 is 87. 87 damage total as the kids begin to swarm around this final
Eating it
crystal minotaur as they shred this glass being from whence it came. It turns back into shattered window glass.
If
As
we only had Shatter, that would make life a lot easier.
If only we had Shatter.
That would have been 68.
my friends, that is the final enemy here.
Yo.
See the sun begin to set.
Jeez.
As this combat has lasted a grueling day, as the sun begins to set, You see the horizon filled with many beautiful colors. Today was just a couple days after the first storm. And typically, the philosophers like to fight over who can predict when it happens. But for a lot of the common folk, for a lot of the Leonin in Theros, the first storm is the marker that winter has ended and spring has begun.
Yo.
And you see peace fall upon Cornmos and the storm dissipate across the rest of the continent. Spring is welcomed in with heroic hearts. And that is where we're going to have to throw it on the ground.
Desmond flosses as victory is won of.
Maybe the real enemies was the hepatitis we killed along the way.
Get tested, folks. I don't know what to tell you.
That's it. End tweet.
What do you think will happen next time?
And that's where we're going to throw it on the ground. Spiritual audience, tell us what you think will happen next time. Let us know in our Rule of Cool Headcanon text channel. Otherwise, put a name in our name game. I'm looking forward to pulling those up at some point in time. Just on account that I've actually taken the time to write all of them down. Let me list them out as best I possibly can. Shout out to the different names in our NPCs made so far.
I gotta say, I'm really proud of
Bringle
the Agreeable Goblin.
There is a rat named Yoshi.
Vern Clapper of Cheeks.
Bringle the Agreeable
Hans
Goblin.
Dicker.
Vern Clapper of Cheeks. Cheagle the Destroyer. A band is what I'm going to call this next one. 18 Naked Cowboys. You can look forward to that one in the tournament. Short Balaclava Dude. Tall Hat Guy, Hans Dicker. Stove Strivel is a DJ in the Battle of the Bands. A raccoon named Scrimbo may also be a competitor in the Battle of the Bands. Guys, thank you so much for updating that channel. I really love it, and I cannot wait to actually insert these people here in the mythic lands of Theros. But I digress yet again. Let's go back to the original tab, right? And talk about our final things. If you or friend want to get up to speed without all the hassle, check out our Where We Left Off text channel. And I would like to hand it off here. If the spirits want to haunt us, where can the spookers find us?
If you love the show, please rate it 5 stars. It helps us out a lot. We appreciate everyone who takes a listen. That's on our YouTube live stream and on our Spotify. If you love the show, please share it with your friends. Join our Discord. Join our Patreon. Buy us a cup of coffee. We'd really appreciate it. You can find us on our socials on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Official Fun Show, which we may or may not use, but we really appreciate it nonetheless.
This podcast was brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you. Let's break out into shout-outs, honorable mentions. So my shout out this week is an artist that we discovered a while ago on YouTube. He did some cool videos about Halo at one point, but got into making music. His name is Jakey. He's got some cool songs out there. Not a whole lot, but they're pretty good. I like them. That's my shout out.
My shout out is a specific song that you should go and listen to. It's called Migration of Souls by M. Ward. M. Ward, Migration of Souls. It's very good.
Shout out Jin. Shout out Sonoma the Kid. Stream their music. Platforms out everywhere.
How was that spelled?
Jyn
There you
for
go.
Jin. And then Sonoma the Kid. SONOMA. And then it's the Kid. My recommendations from them. Antidote by JYN, pretty good. And then Geneva by Sonoma the Kid. Also, bonus mention, BB Rosemary for streaming his EP that dropped the 29th of October.
Hell yeah.
Dope.
Mission success? I think so. But a question on my mind as always. Hepatitis or hepabussy?
Hepatitis. No,
the
it's,
tiniest
you
nuts
play
in
with your
your mouth.
pussy. It kind of like, now that it peaked